was expecting to see, but if he trusts you, so will I.
Likewise. I assume you've got something in mind. Fill me in.
Well, since we lost Gordon, some cops are back to playing dirty again. Kane doesn't like it, but she's not doing much to stop it either.
So I've heard. She's not half the commissioner he was.
I know Batman was helping Gordon clean up the force, but now any cops who used to be on Gordon's team are getting their asses handed to them. The gangs are ambushing them because they won't take bribes, and dispatchers are giving them the worst assignments because they make trouble for everyone else.
Hoping the gangs will do their dirty work for them, that's horrible.
Look, I hate to ask, but can you keep an eye on cops when they're facing off against the gangs? I know a lot of my fellow officers have issues with vigilantes, but they need the help.
Helping is what I do. And those who actually care about Gotham will hopefully see that we're on the same side.
Thanks. I'll try to get you some resources to help you protect everyone in Gotham, not just us.
Sounds good to me.
What's a gal like you doing in a place like this?
Same as you. Visiting an old friend.
I keep waiting for him to step down and, I don't know, give some inspiring speech. Tell us to get back to work. Jesus, Jim. You would have hated this. They put you on an actual damn pedestal.
Maybe he'd understand. He always said people needed symbols. Something to believe in.
Yeah, but we both know he meant you bats. Not him. Except with the squared up jawline and better glasses.
They changed his face?
Yeah, it's hard to tell from here, but it looks nothing like him. Wish we had him back.
Yeah. Me too.
See you later, Jim. Batgirl.
He looks just like I remember.
Quiet night tonight. Huh?
Let's do this again.
You're stunned now!
Don't let her alive!
Attacker from different sides! Got crushed! Someone else finish the job!
Hey, go!
Wipe the floor with her!
Better get ready for more.
A vigilante! You're not walking this one off! Totally got it!
Barely broke a sweat.
Units, please return to Central. Suspicious activity with signs of electric surges. Use caution.
More bad guys, of course.
Eyes up! Some cake!
They're not done yet.
Down! Someone finish the job!
You're having a rough night.
We got a cake!
Our nerf's done! Someone finish the job!
I was just getting started. Batgirl, I'm leaving.
Great! A cape!
Where'd everybody else?
All right, let's hear it.
I don't know much, but I'll tell you.
Thanks for the info. No place like it, is there, Mr. Fox?
You trying to give me another heart attack? Batman taught you everything, huh?
Just the important things. Sneaking up on your allies, for one. But not how he managed to be in 5 places at once. I feel like if I look away, everything turns to chaos.
You're getting there. The bat doesn't fall far from the belfry. From what I've seen, anyway.
Thank you?
Don't thank me yet. The Mentor and I always knew that something like this could happen. When I left Wayne Tech, we kept some research going. There are a lot of eyes on you now, but no one's looking at Foxteca. As long as I got a breath between the gills, you'll still have everything you need to carry on Batman's legacy. Speaking of which...
These flowers are gorgeous.
It's Luke's design. A custom bird to help you get around a little quicker. Hefty enough to support exactly 1 hero.
With this, the sky really is the limit.
Now you can thank me.
Thank you so much, Mr. Fox. Belfry, if this isn't enough to convince Penguin, nothing will.
Be careful. Mr. Cobblepot's not known for doing anything altruistically.
That's Batgirl.
Something there?
Easy, easy.
So you can use a door after all.
So where were we?
They're listening. You may have questions, but I can think of a few reasons not to answer them. Hey, careful. Some of those are first editions. Illumination is important, especially at my age. My eyes aren't what they used to be. I had that touched up recently. Sadly, my usual guy wasn't available. I never liked that thing. Clashes with the rest of the decor. I'm not even sure where it's from. It's the whiskey. On the shelf.
Here's what I don't get. How come you had to serve your sentence while the rest of your rich friends got a free pass?
They were favored. I wasn't.
Who'd you piss off?
But no one talks about them. Not a whispered word is said.
The Court of Owls isn't real. The Powers Club.
Yep. Where the super rich go for shits and giggles. Might be worth a peek. Personally, I stay far away from that raptor's nest.
But it's fine if I head in there.
I lost years of my life to Blackgate. You go do what you do best. Just don't tell them I sent you.
Belfry, did you get all that?
Penguin sounded too eager to work together. Do you think he's up to something?
I wouldn't be surprised. But he seemed pretty convinced that the Court of Owls exists.
Okay, I'll do a deep dive on the court while you're out.
Sounds good. Keep in touch.
Belfry here. Has anyone heard from Alfred? He went out and, you know me, I worry.
Alfred's been going out a lot lately. Maybe he's doing some crime fighting of his own.
Not funny. He said he was going out for a walk to meet Jacob Kane.
At this hour. He knows this is Gotham, right?
Alfred's got guts, but I'd appreciate knowing he's okay out there.
No problem. Tell me what you know.
No need to ask me twice.
Just what I wanted to hear.
Let's see if you're as good as people say.
You knew how this was gonna end? Let's talk.
Okay, I'll talk.
Appreciate it.
Oh.
There he is.
Colonel Kane.
Sergeant Pennyworth. I'm sorry I had to push our meeting so late. Work never seems to stop in this city.
Oh, I can certainly relate. The paperwork hasn't let up since Bruce's passing.
Yeah. I still can't believe it.
Burying Bruce was the hardest thing I've ever done.
Yeah. Do you remember what I told you after Martha and Tommy?
You said, life matters when death matters.
We take the living for granted until they're gone. I don't know what the Wayne Foundation will do without Bruce.
I trust Master Grayson has been helpful as you adjust?
Yeah, he sure has. Dick had his first investor call the other day. I'm surprised how well he did.
Every day I find...
You geezers escaped from the old folks' home. Don't you know it's dangerous out here at night?
Every day I find new reasons to be proud.
Empty your pockets or I empty the gun. You know what? Never mind.
Quite the about-face.
That punk didn't know who he was messing with. Come inside. We'll have a drink, catch up.
Don't have to twist my arm. Let's not be long, though. I wouldn't want anyone to worry.
All right, Belfry. What do you have on the court?
The Court of Owls. A secret society as old as Gotham itself. Who run the city behind closed doors. According to the old poem, anyway.
I remember reading about them when I was a kid. But why would Penguin send us after an old story?
If this all-powerful court really is out there, they might be the ones getting all those creeps out of Blackgate. Which means they've been getting away with murder for centuries.
Copy that. Let's hope a visit to the Powers Club leads somewhere.
Well, well.
Come on, spill.
Well, this is a new kind of dance. Here's what you gotta know.
Much obliged. My dad always thought there was something shady about the Powers Club. He could never prove anything illegal was going on there.
Unfortunately, Gotham's elite has a knack for having their hands clean at the right time.
Then it's a good... I'm in. Time to see what the 1% does in its spare time.
Good. Be careful and let us know what you find.
They hired their own security.
They told you to take an extra long lunch too, huh?
I'm not complaining. Nice to get a break once in a while.
So what do you think the poor bastard did?
What poor bastard? As far as I know, I just got a longer break.
That doesn't sound good.
Hold it! Bullseye.
Now I can get a closer look. AR picked up traces of that blood trail. Let's see what else it can find. There's something underneath the floor. Looks like it's hooked up to some sort of network. Must be a way to activate it.
They said we'd be working at a club. This isn't exactly what I had in mind.
It's a gentleman's club. Whatever that means.
Just saying, I was hoping for something a little more clubby and a little less creepy.
Shut up. It's easy money. We barely have to see the snobs anyway.
Yeah, what the hell's that about?
Who cares? The less we know, the better.
Looks like things are finally starting to ramp up around here.
Yeah.
Why is security so tight lately?
Who knows? Bigwigs with big money want to feel important.
Ow! What was that? Batgirl got away from me! Keep your eyes up! They're still here somewhere!
She's not here!
Shoot at anything that moves!
What a waste of a good book. Bingo.
Someone's got kneecaps that want breaking! Can't run from me, Mask!
A little obvious, don't you think?
This place gives me the creeps. Tell me about it. I hear people go in and never come out. Great.
Got it.
Last thing I needed to hear. I'll be glad when my shift's over.
Come out here where I can see you.
We have to find whoever
there, vigilante!
You don't want no beef with me, I'm warning you. What a...
Watch it, I'm about to shoot!
Hidden staircase. Can't be the only thing they're hiding. Belfry, got a secret stairwell here. I'm heading down. Something's jamming the signal. Enable logging mode. Send as soon as possible. Blood runs straight up to that wall. There's definitely more to this than meets the eye. There's got to be more to this room. Another exit, maybe. That did something.
The Court of Owls is watching from inside of Gotham's walls. They lurk in every shadow, and they rule us, one and all. But no one talks about them. Not a whispered word is said. Or if you try to cross them, then a cannon strikes you dead.
I won't go down without a fight! Slow her down!
Belfry, I know you can't hear me, but Penguin was telling the truth. The Court of Owls is no myth. They're real. how deep does this rabbit hole go?
Maneuvering around that plane boy was such a waste. So many things we could have done.
His death has cleared the way for our new acquisition.
Good. However, do try to be careful where you let them dig, my dear. As for that other issue,
We've already bribed the senators. I've been assured your bill will pass early next month.
wonderful. I abhor dealing with filth.
I'm sorry, man. We need to get you to safety.
Scared of mice scratching at the walls. They're all soft.
No other way but through them.
No one gets through. The ceremony can't be delayed. We have a vigilante in the area. We press it. You die tonight, Batgirl! What was that? What the? Over there!
This poor man has lost so much blood. Need to get to him fast. That must be the man they took.
Wait up! Forgive me! I made a mistake! It won't happen again! Please!
Death to the traitor!
And death to the trespasser. Filth. Despicable scum! Kill them!
The voice of the court comes. He will dictate the punishment.
The court cannot forgive your failure. You will atone with blood.
Don't do this. I'll do anything!
And you, Herman, do not belong here. The last time an intruder set foot here was more than a century ago. The punishment for this insult remains the same.
Man. Are you kidding me? My God. There must be hundreds of victims here. This jacket looks like it's from at least the 1800s. The court has been killing people for centuries. Sleeves like this were all the rage in the early 1900s. This looks promising.
Glad to have you back online. What happened? Are you all right?
I'm okay. Mostly. But I don't even know how to describe what just happened. I'll fill you in when I get back.
Copy that. See you soon.
Did you know that Bruce was looking into the court?
I didn't. There were few things he kept from me, but this was unfortunately one of them.
From me too.
We managed to log some voice recordings of the court, but they're difficult to make out.
You sure? You just forget they had playing.
Tim.
You know, you weren't the first Robin, kid.
Or the second.
A bunch of files got corrupted. I'll run some diagnostics, see what I can recover.
Let's see if Master Bruce left us any more clues.
Margie, the tattooed lady, would tell us stories about the court back at Haley's circus. Used to say they were watching and they'd steal us away if we gave a bad performance. Always assumed it was just circus legend.
Not at all. There are a number of references to the court in Gotham's history, but nothing concrete. I can't authenticate any of these sources.
Supposedly some wingnut wrote a tell-all book about them. But it's a legend in and of itself, so...
Shame, really. Such a work would have made a wonderful addition to the library.
The earliest version of the court rhyme is from the 1700s.
And says they're after the Fountain of Youth.
Seem pretty kill-happy for people who want eternal life.
Those aren't mutually exclusive. There were a lot of bodies in that pit.
And one of them was holding this. Might open something useful.
Our scans revealed an isotope embedded in the metal. It definitely has a match.
It's a key.
So? Let's find the door.
Got new intel for the evidence board.
In today's Gotham Minute, we focus on a prominent and often controversial figure, Oswald Cobblepot. The most infamous, if not famous, member of Gotham's long-established Cobblepot family, Oswald Cobblepot entered into business from a young age. These days, he can often be...
A crime scene? Cool. But what about your photographic memory?
Cold case. When I wasn't there, it helps to see it laid out.
The detail is incredible. Commissioner Gordon?
Detective Gordon, at the time.
You made it look just like his statue.
Now that we know about the court, I thought I might be able to close a few of his unsolved cases.
Solid thinking. Oh, I'll help.
I'm good. I'll let you know if I find anything.
It's fine. Two heads are better than one.
I'm sorry. I'd like to do this myself.
Sure. Let me know if you need anything.
GCN tip lines and social media are lighting up in recent days, with numerous reports of masked heroes disrupting criminal activity across the city.
The Court of Owls is watching from inside of Gotham's walls. They lurk in every shadow, and they rule us one and all.
I learned that rhyme on the playground and always thought it was weird, but a lot of nursery rhymes are.
When Bruce began investigating the court, he wondered if even he was being too cautious, chasing a fairy tale. It seems impossible that someone could control Gotham from the shadows without Batman finding out.
Batman lived in the shadows. When you're in the middle of something, it can be hard to see the whole picture.
A grand conspiracy. I'm not sure Bruce would be gratified to find his suspicions were right.